Welcome back to Sailing Sunday. We had an incredible trip last week on our 2-day sail from the Bahamas up the coast of Florida, complete with one of the most intense sunsets we've seen and a sunrise that greeted us with some very special guests, welcoming us to the USA. First stop on our American tour is St. Augustine, Florida. But before we can explore this historical city, we have to navigate the hectic Florida boat traffic. We've officially entered the land of the speedboats, and boy, do they like to show them off. And our first job here on anchor is lowering our outboard, which in these conditions is easier said than done.
Hold on! So you guys may be wondering why I've changed clothes and I'm all wet. Well, I decided to go for a swim. I just went man overboard.
Now, we didn't have the cameras on at the time, but for reference, it went a little something like this.
I'm a little shaken up because I just took my first spill off the back of the boat. I've always prided myself of never falling off the boat, and it was pretty scary actually. We're in the middle of the ICW.
The ICW, also known as the Intracoastal Waterway, is a winding network of inland waterways along the Atlantic and Gulf coasts of the US, starting from Texas all the way up to Massachusetts. This unique water route is a maritime marvel, offering a safe and sheltered passage for boats and ships, shielding them from the turbulent open ocean year-round, while also providing access to some of America's most historical cities, as well as safe anchorages for sailors from around the world.
So I fell off the back trying to bring our sunshades down, and because there's so much boat traffic, I was pulling the shades down and a wave came and rocked the boat and I just slipped right off the back. And the current's strong enough here that I actually was having a really hard time reaching the boat. Luckily, Ryan had just put the dinghy down and put the motor on, and he actually just motored over to the boat next to us to just have a quick chat to them. Luckily, they heard me and saw me. I started screaming at them because I couldn't catch the back of the boat. And the water here is so murky, and all I could picture was like bull sharks in here. My life flashed before my eyes. I thought I was gonna die. And I swallowed some of the salt water, and it is so murky here. It's making me feel a bit sick. But yeah, that was not fun. I've never experienced trying to swim against a current like that before. It wouldn't have been fun if I kept drifting back. There's a lot of boat traffic here, and I just hate not being able to see what's under the water. You can see the current, how bad it is just from our ladder. You can also see how disgusting and murky the water is. I went for a dive. Right in there. Sayonara. Bye-bye, Brittany.
After I'd recovered from my near-death experience, Ryan and I packed up our electric bikes and made our way across to check in. In case you missed it, while we were in St. Martin, Electric Bikes contacted us, offering to help with our land travel difficulties. After seeing us struggle one too many times with provision runs and our rescue work in particular, picking up supplies on foot and walking our fosters to and from vet appointments isn't exactly easy. And neither's having Ryan take you on a wild goose chase to try and check into a city you've never been to before.
No way! I knew I was taking you the whole time.
We arrived from the Bahamas on our boat and we used the CBP app to check in.
I think we're at the wrong spot, but he said, because I'm here, I'll do it, but it's by appointment only. And I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. So he's going to meet us at the gate. So we're probably going to turn the camera off now and go meet him.
Okay.
He said, oh, you came from Bahamas? I was like, yeah. He goes, all the way? I was like, yeah.
Alright guys, so we're all checked in. Well, Ryan is. I didn't have to do anything because I'm Canadian.
You know what though? I don't think we are checked in. I don't really know what happened. I think he extended my cruising permit from Puerto Rico, but I've been issued another one when I use that app. So I think like we're checked in legally, but he's done it wrong. But I don't know.
There was a bit of confusion with the agent because we had come to Puerto Rico already, so...
He was saying that you can't just go to Bahamas, Mexico, or Canada and then come back in. You got to go like offshore.
No, he said you have to fly out.
So, yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway,
I think we're checked in.
We're in.
Well, I'm checked in. I don't know about Ryan. And thank goodness we had our bikes because that was a long trek.
Now we got that out of the way, we decided to head over to St. Augustine just to relax and unwind and play a bit of tourist for the day.
Brittany, tell everyone why this bridge is famous.
This is the Bridge of Lions. Built in 1927, famous for its regal lion statues, it has become a time-tested symbol of the city's unique charm. Today it remains an iconic landmark, not just as a bridge, but as a vibrant piece of St. Augustine's history, and the gateway into the heart of the city, or in our case, the town dock.
All done. We're gonna put the sticker on the dinghy. We just got an expiration date on it. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. So we got toilets, washing machine, Wi-Fi, and free dinghy swap.
All because of that bad boy.
So yeah, this is the municipality marina, which is just a really fancy way of saying town marina. It was 12 bucks.
St. Augustine's breweries and tap houses are known for offering an awesome variety of delicious, locally brewed beers, making it a must-visit destination for beer enthusiasts from around the world. And after 3 months of working non-stop, we felt as though we deserved a little pub crawl.
Oh, it's good. Back in the land of cider. Alright guys, so next on our tour of St. Augustine, Ryan cannot walk past the Kookaburra because they do traditional Aussie meat pies. So here we go.
Good food. Alright, you're going to be Australian in about 1 week when you fly back into your citizenship. I'm saying, does it cut the mustard or not?
For a foreign version,
I think it's better than a 4 and 20.
it's a bit floppy.
Yeah, what she's trying to say, she likes things when they're harder.
After we decided to take a stroll down St. George Street, with a history dating back to 1565, walking this street felt like an amazing step back in time, lined with charming buildings including the oldest wooden schoolhouse in the United States, which coincidentally was directly across from our next stop on our impromptu pub crawl. Augie's Draft House is famous for its awesome selection of self-serve craft beers, wines, and ciders on tap. Whether you're a seasoned beer enthusiast like Ryan or just like the idea of trying a little bit of everything, this is definitely a fun and unique place to stop. And as a non-beer drinker, I was pretty excited to see some options for me on the menu.
I'm gonna fill mine up a little bit more. $1.38. Ryan's upset because he can't figure out what to get.
Ryan was spoiled for choice, and it may have taken him a little bit longer to figure out which one he liked the best. After trying literally everything to figure out what he liked, it was time to head out for dinner. The history of the Prohibition kitchen dates back to the 1920s, during the Prohibition era when the sale and consumption of alcohol was banned in the United States. The building that houses Prohibition Kitchen is believed to have served as a speakeasy during this time, and has since been restored to its former glory. But dining here doesn't run you the risk of getting arrested.
Holy shit. Welcome to America. This is an entree. This is massive. We ordered meals as well.
I need to walk this meal off.
So this is Brittany in a nutshell right here.
I regret my life choices. We forgot that the US portion size is way bigger than the rest of the world that we've been in.
Oh, they're massive.
Come on, naughty boy.
Hey, mate.
Can you get past your chair?
No. Stay there.
Oh, he's a naughty boy.
After our awesome day in town, we of course had to come back to the boat and take Jackson on a well-deserved trip to his own private island, complete with his very own dolphins, which we organized earlier. St. Augustine was a definite highlight for us and an awesome introduction to our adventure up the east coast of the US. Thank you so much to our Patreons for all your support. It's because of you guys we're able to continue this journey and bring you along for the adventure each week here on YouTube. As much as we would have liked to stay and continue exploring, I have a flight to catch out of Jacksonville in only a couple of days, so it's time to get the sails out and continue our trek up north. The oldest city in America definitely didn't disappoint, and if you're looking for a fun and interesting trip within the US, we definitely think this should be top of your list. Alright guys, so we're heading up the ICW to Jacksonville. It's a very cool experience, but oh my god, we're downwind at the moment and it is so hot. But we're actually about to go under a bridge, which is always nerve-wracking no matter how tall they look.
This bridge is massive.
It is massive, but it looks terrifying.
Alright guys, so just behind me is Jacksonville. It's an interesting city. The water's filthy. There's alligators, there's bull sharks. It's nuts here. Everything's so spread apart. It seems like somewhat of an industrial city.
Welcome to Jacksonville, the largest city in the state of Florida, and referred to as the River City because of its location along the St. Johns River, where we're currently tucked in behind a little deserted island. A perfect place to leave Ryan and Jackson while I fly out to finalize my long-awaited Australian citizenship. The only thing that could ruin our plan is a hurricane heading straight for Jacksonville. But what are the chances of that happening?
Jacksonville is also under a local state of emergency.
Even if it just slowly continues to intensify, this is a 100-mile-per-hour hurricane. Get it close to a Category 3. Here is Waycross, and of course to see the Jacksonville metropolitan area.
Oh, come on! Alright, if you like the videos, please subscribe. Fell off the couch. Like and subscribe.